Welcome back to episode 3 of Steelheads Tonight, where we're going to be recapping this weekend's games. Um, on Friday, the Steelheads won 3-1 against the Oshawa Generals, which was a
Yes, they did.
hard-fought battle. Um, what was it? Arda scored two,
Yep.
and Sherrod scored the third goal for the Steelheads. Zach Bowen looked half decent on Friday night.
Yeah, he
Uh,
did. Probably his best performance as a steelhead to this point.
yeah, I think he deserved the shutout that night.
He did.
Unfortunately, couldn't get there. Um, yeah, that might have been the best all-around performance since home opener.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to see the team come together like that and put in a hard fought win.
Yeah, Arda has goals 4 and 5 on Friday night, and Sherratt scored his eighth of the season. And now we should talk about the play in the third period.
Yes.
Just over 2 minutes to go. Luke Dragisica, two hands, that Oshawa player. Brad Brady Blazig didn't look good. I didn't see it live. I just saw the replay of it when I got home.
Yeah.
Um,
It
not
wasn't
a
like neither of us saw it from where we were sitting in the arena. We saw the puck go up ice, and the next thing we know, there's guys go like just chart like the generals charging after Jessica. We're like, what the heck just happened? And then we saw on Twitter, Instagram later the whole thing what happened, which is
yeah. I'm not a
something you
fan
should
of
never
that
do.
play. No, like
Something you
it
should never
looked
do.
like a baseball swing, which is not what you want to see in hockey.
No, you
Like
don't.
like watching the replay, you could hear the sound of the helmet when he slashed him. Um,
Yes, that's nothing you want to be, nothing you want to hear in an arena, and nothing you want to see.
no, it wasn't good. Blood all over the ice. Um, in serious distress. Like Oshawa handled it well with sticking up for him.
Yes,
But yeah, it's nothing you want to see in a hockey game because
no,
there's
that's not what
nothing,
hockey is.
there's no reason to have that in that sport.
There isn't.
But the OHL has come down with a ruling that they have suspended Dragicevich indefinitely while they review all footage from Friday's encounter. Um, to
And
me, I don't.
obviously, probably during that time as well, they'll probably talk to the Steelheads, talk to Jessica, check in with the generals, like how's like this guy doing? Like, is there anything like serious injury that we should know about? Because they don't those injuries don't really come out to the public in the O. Because I guess it just depends on the age of the players and stuff, and you can't really share that much in that case. But the OHL, like being the OHL, they have the right to know, and then like they don't have to release it to the public, but the OHL themselves, I just need to know that kind of information.
Yeah, I can't see Dragicevich playing anytime soon. Like I think it's going to be 25 plus game suspension.
Yeah,
Like
it's not gonna if
like
it's
I don't me personally, I don't think he should be able to play again. That's how bad it was to me. But
yeah.
I
It's a
think
it's a,
at the very
everyone's
least,
opinion is
I think
different.
25 games.
Yeah, at the bare minimum 25. Like, I feel like if it's anything under 20, it's gonna be like, what the heck are we like? And we're saying this as Steelheads fans. Like, what are you like? Did you not see what we saw, kind of thing? Like, and
Yeah,
obviously we've had interactions with Dragesica. Seems like a very nice guy, but in situations
but
like
he
that,
messed up.
it's so clear he messed up, and you gotta pay the fine, like
Right. Yeah.
pay the price. You gotta know what you gotta do. Your actions speak louder than words, and you did the wrong thing.
Yeah, like unfortunately, yeah, that was the wrong thing to do. Like nothing above the shoulders is a
Yeah.
good hockey play.
It was like if he hit him in the side, like sure that's still bad, but it's not gonna cause as much commotion as a stick to like a baseball swing to the head.
Yeah, like that's like I said, that has no reason to be in hockey. Like 25 games seems to be a good guess of what it should be.
Yeah,
I think anything lower
yeah,
isn't wouldn't look good on the league because they have suspended hard for
head
actions like
injury.
that.
Yeah, well, back we saw like I can't remember the player's name, but the longest suspension in OHL history was I think back in 2009 2010 season, where a guy on the Kitchener Rangers like I think fractured a guy's skull or something with a hit,
Mhm.
and he was suspended for 68 games. Like he was suspended the rest of the season, and this was his overage season, so it was almost like he was suspended, like he was kicked out of the league, which he actually wasn't. It was just his overage season. So they're like, your OHL career is done. Like you're done.
Yeah, I'm not saying Drag Isika is going to be kicked out of the league, but he is going to be sitting for a
Yeah.
long period of time, as he should, to
Yeah.
think about his actions, and that'll teach him never to do that again.
Yeah. And the unfortunate thing with Dragiska as well is like he's been injury. He has had injuries throughout his entire OHL career. Like he's never really had the chance. And you think finally with him having a chance, you're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna finally see what he can do. And then an incident like that happens, and it's
Yeah,
unfortunate that it's come to that. But you
yeah, like,
you live, you learn, I guess.
yeah. I can't see him being a steelhead anymore. I think
Yeah.
once the suspension happens and whatever the OHL decides on, I think JR
Yeah. JR and the owners of the Steelheads, they're
will
gonna.
cut ties with Luke. They'll
Yeah,
just
who knows if they're gonna cut ties, but there's definitely gonna be decisions to be made on their front as well. Like not just the OHL, but the Steelheads front as well.
yeah, like
It's like, do
I
we
think it
really
will come.
trust this guy? Will he not? Will he actually not do this again? Kind of thing.
I think it comes down to that. Like I think they have so much forward depth or defensive depth that they can
Yeah,
call up. Like we we have Jared Harding, who we haven't seen since
yeah. He's been a healthy scratch for a
mid
while, and I'm
mid
not sure if he's.
October. So
Yeah, it's been a
I don't
while, and
think
he's.
I don't think he's hurt.
I don't think he's hurt. He is he. I'm not sure where he's if he's playing, if he's just been a healthy scratch or not. Because
But Jared Harding can come back and take a spot, and you could just outright just release his contract because we've seen the Steelers do that before a couple times last year with overagers.
overagers, and obviously with the backup goalie Jacob Gibbons last year.
Well, he was an overager too, was he not?
Okay, back to Jared Harding for a sec. He's actually playing with the Newmarket Hurricanes right now of the
Okay, so
OJH.
he is playing.
Playing. He's playing. It's just I guess they didn't like just I guess they sent him down to the minor leagues of the
Yeah, the
OHL.
Ontario Junior.
Yeah, sent him down to junior to get more shit like more playing time. But now I can see like depending on how this Jessica thing plays out, I think we can easily see Jared Harding back with the Steelheads.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think he'll come in and be a shutdown guy, like just like his brother was.
Yeah,
So
Ben Harding, one of the probably one of the not well, yeah, I actually would consider him one of the best defensemen in Steelheads hockey. Like throughout the how many good defensemen they've had in their franchise.
yeah. All right, we should move on to talk about Brantford on Saturday. Um,
Yep, we went out there. We went to support the boys.
yeah, Zach Bowen got the start again, and it was eager off for Brantford. Hard fought battle. Uh, Brampton kept it close. Um, Final score was 5-4. David Green, Sherratt, Eggleton, and Dominglio scored for the Steelheads. But the problem with Saturday's game was that there was a lot of penalties the Steelers took that
Yeah,
cost them. Like there was two power play goals, and then they got a power
pretty sure in
play.
the first period as well. Like the first power play, I'm pretty sure David Green got the penalty. Like right after he scored the opening goal, he I can't remember what it was the penalty, but it was
Tripping.
tripping. It was called for tripping, and then Brentford proceeded to tie the game pretty much right away. So it was a very short lead they had. Like it was maybe
Yeah,
not even
they had a
20
lead,
seconds.
and then the Peter or the David Green goal was at 5:30. Then he took a penalty, and that at 5:55, Brantford
Yeah,
scored.
not even
So
30-second
25
lead.
seconds.
Yeah,
They had the lead for 25 seconds in that game.
I will give them credit to in the third period when they did make it. They're playing probably like the best, not the best hockey of the season, but like they're putting in the effort. They
It might have
really
been their
wanted to win
best
that game.
single period
Yeah,
effort, so to say. But Sherratt scored again, which now has him at 9, and he's been looking good since he came back from Vancouver's camp.
yeah, he's been definitely the top guy on the team right now.
Yeah, and they lost to the team in Brantford that has not lost a game in regulation yet.
Yeah, that's crazy. That just tells you how good the Bulldogs are this year.
Yeah,
That they haven't lost a game in regulation yet.
and through 21 games, well, 21 games, Steelheads still sit 8th in the Eastern Conference, which is the last playoff spot, with 8 wins, 11 losses, and one overtime loss. They are 5 points ahead of Oshawa and 5 points behind Kingston for 7th.
Yeah. So definitely that Generals game was a big win for them because we knew going into Brantford that that was going to be a tough battle.
Yeah, and I mean their goal differentials at a minus 17, which isn't great, but isn't good either. Like isn't bad either. Like you obviously want to see your goal differential in the positive numbers
Yeah,
because that means you're winning hockey games. So moving forward, you want to get that number up from minus 17. In their last 10, the Steelheads have been 3-6-1-0, which with the team they have this year isn't too bad.
yeah.
Uh, it
Obviously,
could
you
be,
lost a lot of like your talent to the
yeah.
draft and stuff like that in NCAA.
And look, we talked on Friday saying the defense needed to step up and score some goals, and
Yeah,
David
they
Green
have.
scored Saturday night, and I mean that's what the Steelheads needed. They needed some back end scoring.
They did.
Like we even saw that they took out Bono on Saturday for as a healthy scratch to give him time to regroup as he's been struggling.
Yeah.
Um, so, Jason, who are your Steelheads 3 stars of the weekend?
Yeah, so I've definitely done my looked at the stat lines for the players. I would say my third star of the week, and this might be a little bit of a surprise. I'm going Gabriel Sherratt for my third star of the week. Obviously, he was a key contributor in both games, and I think he definitely deserves the third star spotlight. I was thinking of putting him at second, but I'm actually going to go with my second star, Parker Von Richter, because whenever it seemed like he was on the ice, the Steelheads were always in the offensive zone, and he also had a couple of key assists in the game in both games to help the team. So that's how I'd rank him. And for the first star, I think it's pretty obvious. Keaton Arda had probably one of the best single game performances of the season. We've been waiting for. We saw glimpses of what he could be throughout like the preseason and stuff like that to make the Steelheads, and we finally saw a glimpse of that in the game against Oshawa of how good he could be.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I have two different people in my I have one for or two of the same, one different. For my third star, I have Zach Bowen. I know we've criticized him quite a bit on this podcast in our first 2 episodes, but he actually looked better in net. He didn't look like he was swimming away from the crease like he has. Um, like I said, I wish he had the shutout on Friday, but unfortunately he just couldn't get there. Um, my second star is Sherratt. 3 points in 2 games is pretty good. And Arda is my first star as well. He had a phenomenal weekend. Um, Best performance on the team by far on the weekend. So yeah, I agree with you with Arda as the first star. Um, this week the Steelheads have a busy schedule. Thursday they're in Peterborough to face the Petes. Then they're home Friday against the Firebirds and Sunday against the Wolves. So 3 games in 4 days for the Steelheads this week. I'm sure Bowen gets two or even maybe 3 of 3, depending
Yeah.
on.
At least two. Hopefully it's not three, just so he can have like a little break. But it just depends on the situation of the backup goalie.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on with our backup because we've had Paolini back up a couple. We've had Johnson
Yeah, we've got Johnson for the last
for
few
a
weeks.
handful, so we have no idea what's going on with our backup right now. But Johnson's doing his job. Hopefully, he can get into a game here and show what he can do.
Yeah,
Because when he first started, it didn't look too good, but that was his first start with a new team as well.
yeah, definitely.
Uh, this episode's alumni spotlight is going to Nicholas Haig. Jason, why don't you tell us about Nick Haig?
Yeah, and obviously like he's probably in the same boat as like the Finn Hardings that I said, like one of the best defensemen the Steelers have had in their franchise. Nick Hag was always a consistent contributor for the Steelers. I'm pretty sure one year he had like 20 plus goals as well. It was very crazy to do as a defenseman. And obviously in the NHL, like that transition to the NHL, obviously, like he's been a key contributor there. He's won a cup, like he's won a Stanley Cup, and which is awesome because we don't really see many alumni. It's awesome to see one of your former players succeed. It's an awesome feeling to see.
Yeah, like he won a Stanley Cup with Vegas in his third season with them.
Yeah, and then obviously he was just in the offseason was traded to Nashville, I believe,
Yes.
and he's been Nashville. And obviously he's
Yeah,
been one of their top guys probably on the backbone.
with the Steelheads, his highest goal in point season was his last year in 18 when he was the captain. He scored 35 goals as a defenseman, which is hard to do.
Yeah, hard to score like get double digit goals as a defenseman.
Yeah, but to get 35 goals, have 43 points, which would be 78, or 43 assists, which equals to 78 points in 67 games with the Steelheads in 18, 17, 18, which is a great line for a defenseman because you don't see many defensemen get over 10 to
Yeah,
11 goals in the season.
yeah, it's a rare thing.
But yeah, so then obviously he was with Vegas from 19 to 24, 25. So yeah, Cup winner with Vegas. His highest goals in Vegas were 5. He did that twice. Once in 2020, 21, and last year in 24, 25, he had 5. So yeah, it's good to see that he still has production. Maybe not to what he was in junior because it's harder to score in the NHL.
It's harder to score in the NHL. The goalies are way more talented. Like I'm not
You're
trying to take that
you're
away from any of
playing
the
with the
goalies.
best athletes
Yeah,
in the world, right? In that sport, because that's what the National Hockey League is about. You have the best
yeah.
on best um, each night. So Nick Hague is our spotlight for today's episode. Stay tuned for I guess Thursday afternoon
Yeah. Or
when
we probably queue up
the
the weekend games.
the weekend ahead. We'll look around the standings once again in the OHL, and we
Or
have
I can easily see this like weekend, this upcoming games for the Steelers. I think they could at least win two of those games.
yeah, I think 2 is a good number to throw out there. Like obviously you would want to sweep,
Yeah,
but
but I think two is the
two of
sweet.
three is 2 of 3 is good. And to wrap up next episode, our alumni spotlight is Ethan Delmastro,
Yeah,
who was
no
also
master.
a captain for the Steelheads and defenseman.
And depending on how things go, we'll be probably talking about how many games Luke Dragusika has been
Yeah, hopefully by Thursday
suspended.
we have a idea of what the OHL is thinking, but
As of
TBD
right
on that.
now, he's just suspended indefinitely.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see what happens Thursday, and we'll talk to you then. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.